Hello, welcome to Kinderhook. We're here today looking at the Ingersoll Rand roller. I've named him Wink. You can see that this roller is a DD24. We'll get to that in a little bit later. It's a 3-ton roller. Shade over that, it's like 6,300 pounds. It's just light enough, but it's just heavy enough on the big jobs. It's got a pounder on both drums. The drums are about 48 inches and a little, so nice easy pass. And whenever I'm using the road graders, this is the machine that's coming right in back. I don't do anything without rolling it again. Turns out to be the key to success in terms of longevity of the life of the driveway, and which is mostly what we're doing right now. Levels count, and if you're trying to hold something, the roller truly is the key. Let's see, let's just look at this machine. We can see right here, we've got the 2 fill points. This is the hydraulic oil tank here for the whole machine. This is the diesel tank right here. It's about an 18-gallon tank. Let's go on back over to here. We've got one more tank on the back of this machine. You can see right here is the water fill. It's got the sprinklers to roll the for the roller, front and back. And I typically don't use them if you're doing blacktop, which is what this machine used to be doing before I got it. You need them. You got to have the water to cool down the blacktop, and then keep it, keep it off your rollers. You can see we've got the rubber sweep on the machine, and they just drop right off. They sweep by as the roller's going, keep the roller clean. And this machine is about a 1995 Ingersoll Rand. It's got the Deutz engine, German engine. Thing's amazing. I've never had one of these, but they've been around forever. They're an air-cooled machine. We'll look at the engine here in a little while. We've got the ROPS roll bar, which sits up pretty high. I had this machine reworked so that I could drop the roll bar down and fit in under branches and that kind of thing. If it's on any kind of a tippy situation, we lock the roll bar in for safety, strap on the seat belts, and this thing's ready to go. You can see around it, there's no leaks, no oil leaks, no nothing. Clean as a whistle. Again, this thing is very few hours. Found this one in Pennsylvania. Got to be, looked at it a few times. Got to be friends with a guy, and contractor who had the trailer delivered it for me, and it worked out perfectly. So let's just take a little look here on the engine. And what you can see here is this Deutz engine. Quite amazing. Clean as a whistle. Does not overheat. Air cooled. Many of the old machines have the Deutz engine in them. Back then, the companies didn't make their own engines or parts. They basically put together with whoever was making an engine into their machine. In the newer years, now they pretty much make all their own stuff, but Deutz engine, which is a 44 horsepower engine in this machine, is in a ton of the old machines, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And very satisfactory. I was skeptical when I got it, but it does not overheat, and it goes all day, and it's an instant startup. The thing is clean as a whistle, and I'm a fan of the German engineering in terms of the engine and the way the thing is figured out. The design of this machine is trying to shake itself apart. So the fact that stuff's not falling apart because the shake, it doesn't matter if you're, way worse if you're using the pounder, but even if you're not, there's a high degree of shake. This thing is solid, tight, I have zero complaints, and I consider myself very lucky to have found this machine. And we'll be starting it up here in a minute. The one thing I would say, and I never quite understood it with the numbers, how they got there. DD24. I don't know what DD stands for, but in any case, they're double Ds. That's what I can tell you. As far as 24, I don't know what that equals, except that after you get done running it, maybe you feel like you're 24. I don't know. But in any case, it's a wonderful machine, and I'm going to jump up on there and give it a start. Let's see what we've got. Haven't run her today, so pretty comfortable that she's going to start, though. Oh, baby! This thing is ready to go the second you start. I'll give it a second to warm up. It's got a parking brake here, and the front to back is just this arm. And there's no brake pedal or anything. The control of front to back equals the braking power of the thing. But one parking brake locks it in place, and I'm going to push this button in, and we're going to go a little bit forward. Let's just see what happens here. Nice, easy idle, smooth and clean as you can be. You can see on this thing, it's got the suicide knob for the turning, makes it a lot easier. Very easy to oversteer with these machines. And you can see right here, Eric, we got a couple of bump digs in the thing. I'm going to say it could be fiberglass fatigue, or maybe this is pushed out a little bit too hard. You can see what happens on the turn. When I get there, I'm pinching. Not a big deal. It's just touching probably where it didn't in 1995. All right, I'm going to go a little bit forward. Whoop, won't go with the parking brake on. There we go, nice and easy. All right, here we are looking over our control panel. This is the hydrostatic, I'm calling it hydrostatic, whether they really do or not, but basically forward, reverse. Okay, here's your water switch. Turn this on, your sprinklers are going. These are the two vibrators, front, back. And now to turn them on, I have the control right up here on this switch, just a toggle switch. The original had a round knob on the top with a button. So that's on, and we're shaking around, going like crazy. These just control which one is going on or off. Shut the pounder off. Well, this is a horn that doesn't work. And this is the kill switch in case all else fails for whatever reason. You pull this switch up, down. The machine shuts off instantly. If the worst is happening and you got to stop and you're yelling out Mayday, this is the button that you want to be hitting. We got the hour meter here. I didn't bring my flashlight. Eric, I'm going to have you take a look at that. It's really hard to see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it.
387.4.
Okay, 387. That means, again, unbelievably, if this is working, unless it's going all the way around, it's time. The meter absolutely works because I check it, all the time with the oil change. Again, amazingly few hours, if that's accurate. I know it's working. I know the guy that had it before me told me, he said it's working, but 387 hours is not even, well, it's a big year, maybe 2 if you're not using it too heavy. But that's, so I'm not quite sure the accuracy of that, but again, everything on this whole unit is in tip-top shape, and basically, knock on wood, have replaced nothing. All right, Eric, we've got the umbrella holder here that sits right here, drops right in, crank it out. It's a 9-foot umbrella. I have it just so it's a little, clears this bar and gives me shade. And where I've been working, it's 100% total sun. So the shade on that thing is very important. Got a new umbrella for it this year and very happy with it. Makes a big difference. Don't like to be fried up like bacon anymore. Okay, here we are. We're going to get ready to turn this pounder on, take a little trip. You can see the background, the farmer just cut the corn here the other day. They're not finished, but they should be coming later today. Here we are in early fall in the Northeast, and cutting corn on farms is front and center. All right, we're going to start this machine up and turn the pounder on, and hope it doesn't shake my teeth out. Yeah, I see her. Whoa. Oh, baby, here we go. All right, you can see it's serious business when you're pounding, and if you have blacktop that you want to get pounded down a little closer, or the item 4 or the modified item 4, the compaction is doubled or tripled when you're using the pounder. But you can't be still, because you'll sit there and blow everything out. And about half the time I use the pounder. A lot of times in the prep work when we're doing the base, we're using the pounder after the base coat, get that thing set, and then when we get to the item 4, which would be the next level, we pound that again. Quite often when we get to the bottom item 4, which is super fine, we use that with just the roller, and we'll make extra trips so we're not blowing the material out. It's like a super fine leveler, and it works beautifully. You don't want to blow it out. You want to keep it so that your finish is completely smooth, and it looks like almost like troweled cement. So that's what we got here. I'm going to shut the roller off here a little bit, and you can see that this machine is just ready to go. Usually we put it on the trailer to move it. We've got a tip trailer. You have to be super careful when you're loading these machines so that you don't slide. It's not your friend. You put it on a tip roller, ease it up, keep going very slowly, drops right down, you're back on the trailer, ready to go to the next spot. Here's the tie down spots on this machine. This is one right here. You can see the hooks telling you there. Right down here is a tie down spot that you can hook and go off of here, and then up here if you wanted to go forward. So basically that's Wink, a great machine. I've used them a ton of times. I am so happy to have this. Anybody who's doing any kind of finish grading and they're not rolling afterwards is only kidding. You're hoping to be lucky. The value of being compacted is truly what keeps the driveways, gives them a chance at longevity. Pitch and compaction would be the two things. That's pretty much the show here from Wink. I appreciate everybody watching. Push the like button if you like the show, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. All right, while I'm sitting up here, I come to realize that we've got the clock box. Right now it's exactly 10:56. Adds a lot for me to know exactly what time it is. This thing's got super magnets on it. This thing's trying to shake it off. It never comes off. I always know what time it is, and to me it's a necessity.